Hello, my name's Tony and welcome back to Predicted, and this is 2 Minute Tuesday. In today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing Stash from Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm quite confused by it. It is quite complex and it is very different to anything else that I've ever smelt before, which makes it quite interesting to me. Let me run through some of the notes with you. In the top we have grapefruit, black pepper and sage. In the mid we have cedar, patchouli, white ginger lily. In the base we have olivinum, masoa wood, vetiver and musk. Now I'm going to do my best to try and explain this to you, although it is quite difficult. It is described as a aromatic woody. In the opening it is quite sharp. You pick up a little bit of the spices. You don't pick up much of the grapefruit, but yet it's still quite sharp. I don't pick up any of the pistachio in it at all, but I do pick up the woods. Now, when I spray this, I try to imagine putting myself in a place where it would remind me of something. And I watched not too long ago The Haunting of Hill House. And imagine a really old rundown house, lots of wood in there, and you go into an old study and there's a red leather chair in the corner and there's old dusty bookcases used for a long time. There's whiskey bottles on the shelf half full, and there's some perfumes and some aftershave bottles in there too. When you open those perfume bottles and you give them a spray, you get this aged quality about it, almost like it's been sitting there for a long time and the contents have really been able to mature, like a really mature whiskey. I get a slight boozy element from this, which I haven't seen anyone mention. It is definitely very woodsy. It's definitely a little bit spicy. In terms of quality, this is really good quality for the price point. I picked this up in Savers for just £13. That is incredible value. Is it something I like? You know what, it's quite challenging. It's not usually up my street. There is a touch, and when I say a touch, I mean a minute amount of sweetness to it. So it's not really usually my cup of tea. I think this leans more masculine than feminine, although it is marketed as a unisex fragrance. I think this reminds me of an old gentleman's cologne. It's got that sort of old Chanel or Dior feeling to it, of maybe the 50s. It's not something I'm going to wear very often, but it is something I'm definitely going to keep on my shelf because it offers something very, very different amongst my collection. I blind bought this. I maybe recommend that you wouldn't, but you know what, by the time you get the price of a sample or decant, you're probably going to be able to pick this up just as cheap buying the full bottle anyway. I hope you enjoyed the review. This has been 2 Minute Tuesday. I will see you again very, very soon. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.